Sneak on the beat.
Let's see it.
Flashing lights.
The Babbling Heads podcast.
Yo, what's up? This is the Bass 187. Welcome to the Babbling Heads podcast.
I'm Dj Fingaz.
JoeZone.
Charlie X2C.
And this week we are featuring one of Cape Town's comedians, Mr. Kenwyn Davids.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie. We must do the
sound effects, yeah.
Sound guy proudly brought to you by Metro Rail.
Metro fail!
Kijk hier, man. Ik wil het niet van mij zien en dan kan ik het niet meer doen. Thanks for doing this, dude.
Yeah,
appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Appreciate it. Kijk hier, so normally we start if it's a guest first time, we start off with your history from your first memory to the present.
Damn! I woke up in my mother's feet.
I remember when I was, my first memory was as a sperm cell. Lots of people say when they were born, I remember swimming in the fallopian tubes, whatever you call it, and I saw an egg. And I said, egg, I'm gonna freak you, and now I'm
That's how you beat the rest of them.
Yeah.
There's a lick and that.
I was hungry, and I said, freak.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Nah, lekker. Nah, give us just a background how you got into comedy and
How I got into, I'm gonna tell you how I got into comedy, but I'm gonna tell you also what inspired me to do comedy. I think it's since I was like maybe 10 years old I wanted to do comedy. Have you seen that sketch of Key and Peele, where that hypotenuse sketch of Key and Peele?
dude.
Now I had a hypotenuse moment when I was about 10 years old.
I never saw that sketch. Explain it.
It's quite
funny,
funny.
dude.
It's quite funny. So I'm in class, and I said something, and the whole class burst, including the teacher. And I was like, "Oh, this is nice." I think that's where the seed was planted. And then growing
Is that
up,
what you call a class clown, like back in the day?
I was in the class. You can't be a class clown and a top achiever at the same time. It's not. It's balance. It's balance. And then, growing up, there was a show called Comedy Showcase. It was on SABC3. It had Stuart Taylor, it had Moisa, Mel Jones, Kurt Schoenraad, all that people. And then there was the Pio Manati show as well, which was had those guys, David Cow and all those things like that. So growing up, having the seed planted, then having those shows on TV on a Friday, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, that also inspired me because now it became something that was more attainable. And then I started doing comedy about 10 years ago. How it happened is a friend of mine was saying, "Nah, I'm looking for a professional comedian." He's like, "Nah, I do comedy. Never done comedy in my fucking life." And then the post was out featuring me, and then Gino Fernandez, who's also a comedian, he added me now on Facebook. And then he was looking for, I think he had 4 spots available. So I told myself, "Kiki, before you do Saturday, would you fucking put your hand up because you were Malnai and you wanted to do this kak? Just see if you are funny on stage." And so I jumped on a chili bar for my first time. And it was liquor. It was a vibe. Lots
Was
of
that
people.
like 2010 or something like that?
That was, no, it was 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 2011. And that was my first time on stage. And then I did that gig that I was for Barag for, because apparently I was a professional comedian at my second gig ever.
Did they pay you?
I got paid for it.
So that's a win.
Yeah, it's a win. It went well, was the second gig. And then now in this 10-year course, all those people that I've watched on TV now, I get to perform with them. I get to do TV with them. I get to send them messages to say, "Can you help me with this, blah, blah, blah." I get to, they're my peers now, they're my friends now. And a lot of them are nice guys.
Check here. One of your most successful, what I think, or what I've heard is one of your most successful things is running premium. That's a super successful gig, and there's like I even heard like a Joburg comic say like that's one of the best gigs in South Africa.
Yeah.
To what you obviously ran that gig, like to what you attribute the success of that gig? Like what is special about it? Like because I can tell you stories about it because I've performed there, but I want to hear from your side what made it so special? What makes it so special?
I think what makes it so special is the people that come there. It's a very Def Jam comedy-esque vibe that goes on there. And I think it's just the crowd that comes like because they listen to you and they wait for you to give that punch. And if they find it funny, you know immediately if it's funny. And they will start knocking glasses on the table. You know, it was great. It's the audience because the show itself, it's for the people.
Yeah.
And that's why the people come through.
Oh, yeah. Check yeah, I performed there once. I'll tell these guys like, and the reason why I say it's so epic is because like, I performed there, but I sucked. But the place is full, like, it's jam-packed, like. And that night, Mark Lottering performed. And bro, I promise you, that place was like shaking, like. The reason why the shaking people was like banging on the tables and the laughter of the roar of the crowd was just like, I was like, yo, this is next level, bro.
Did you see the skit he did with the Russell, or the advertising he did with
Skowers? I saw it, yeah, yesterday, yeah.
Bra. Bra's op nog een level.
He got acting skills, yeah.
Mark Lottering.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Lottering. Remember, Mark Lottering comes from a theater background.
Yeah.
He was
his
the
first
usher
gig
at my bra's shows, eh? Maybe.
The usher.
He was the usher back then, yeah.
Okay.
Kijk hier, hij is zo goed in character, né? Skouwers sê, skat jou tete, ek voel aan someone like, hoe kan sy vra, groot tane, hy sê, kan jy, like, in my mind, you know what I'm saying, that's how good he is, man. You actually believe for a second night, this bra is the old lady.
Look, if Mark Lottering performs at Premium, he gets a standing ovation before he even says anything. People say, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Lottering, wow, people are standing, all this stuff.
But saying that, he opened up with a banger, like, it was like a sasa day, and he opened up like, hey, you said I can't do it, like I'm doing it kak, but you like
please
opened up with
fuck
something.
it up for us, please. Fuck it up for us.
Fuck it. But he was mentioning that everybody was spending their money at the bar, like Sasa man. But just that, like alone, like to think that it was a Sasa day. I don't know if he had it in his back pocket or what. But to open up and move it out, like get a home run, like first one.
Yeah, now you see, that is him knowing the crowd. If we had to do that in, say, Sea Point, for example, where people got their own retirement annuity and shit like that, it wouldn't hit as well as it did there because we know Sasa.
Yeah.
We know it. We know this time of the month. We know we're going to ShopRite, we're going to Checkers, we're going to Pick and Pay.
Ange de Lion.
Yeah.
For some mensen on the Cape Flats, the only time they get to eat KFC is op Saturdag.
Chicky, so would you describe yourself as a dirty comic?
I don't know. Depends if my water's on or not. I don't think I'm a dirty comic. I got a fell pick. I can tell you that. I swear I moves a lot. But my definition of dirty comic is I was fucking a bitch the other day. That's my definition of a dirty comic. And I came so hard. Blah, blah. That's my definition of a dirty comic, and I don't think so. I just got a fail pick. That's all. Your puss, your puss.
But does it affect you doing movies and because Kaap is supposed to be by it?
This man was in movies, my bro.
But does it make it harder? Like,
I don't think so. I think 5-10 years ago it would affect that because there are people that work in the radio or that used to work in the radio that don't anymore, or that worked in TV that don't work in TV anymore because the comedy persona was way different to the TV or radio persona. Yeah. But I don't think so anymore because fuck it, I talk so much shit on the internet and I still get booked for commercials and film and TV.
Yeah, but the thing is, the SABC has got so when you talk about TV, they in the contract, it says you will not bring the SABC in the
disrepute.
So it's structured like that.
Wait, guys, I still got a show on SABC, please.
Oh, sorry.
But,
sorry.
No, you can.
Sorry.
I'm talking so much shit about the SABC. I've talking so much shit about a restaurant chain that I was in a commercial for. I talk so much shit about a lot of things, but people know that there's a difference, and also if somebody's catching on cuck, you got the right to call them out for catching on cuck.
Kijk, it's like the fact that you mentioned, like in terms of your inspiration, like all the local comics and the local shows that you watched, but was there any international stuff or international comics that also inspired you? Because I mean, growing up from, I don't know, I'm not sure how much older I am than you, but like we had the likes of In Living Color, Def Jam,
Was jou nie
I
Charlie
think-
Chaplin, jou tyd nie. Jou tyd was Charlie Chaplin.
Black and white
Yeah,
movies.
Black and white.
Definitely, you're talking about in living color. Definitely, I used to love watching in living color. Chappelle show in the 2000s.
Yeah.
The Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s. Eddie Murphy's Special Delirious and the
Oh,
other
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That was the stuff that I used to watch on the regular. So that's definitely part of the inspiration as well. But like I said, when you see it on local TV or you see it locally, then
Yeah.
it becomes more tangible.
So since you're speaking about the sketch shows over there, and that's international sketch shows, you recently, I've seen on social media, we recently started filming some stuff with.
Oh, I thought you saw my OnlyFans. Please subscribe to my OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com/footer.
You just
Next.
Just feed any feed you want.
in
Any
socks
feed.
as well.
If you want my toenails cut, just DM me.
We'll get the grinder.
$20. I will, get the grinder, alles. We weld it somehow. You can take the toenail clippings for you, but it's a
You
dangerous
sound so
weapon.
tail clippings as well.
It's a dangerous weapon, that clippings.
So you're talking about the skit shows. I've seen you've been filming some skit shows. Like, tell us a bit about it, man. It's for the SABC.
Yeah, it's
so,
for the SABC.
so tell us a bit about because you showed us a bit about it like already on the.
All I'm saying is that this is it's gonna slut, it's gonna move. The production company is Taylor Made Productions, which is Stuart Taylor's company. And we're working with the SABC on this. The cast is, look, the writers' room already. It's award-winning writers. It's Laz Gola, Angel, KG, Yasin, Ambrose, Brent Palmer, a lot of guys, a lot of the top writers in Cape Town. A lot of these guys have won SAFTAs, they've won awards and things like that. So the writing itself is great. But when it comes to the sketch comedy, the cast as well, I got to see Riyad Mosa in a completely different light, because that man, when he gets into character, that man.
I've seen him do the voices before. Like,
Yeah, he does.
But now they put in like a whole character.
The moment that man say, he put on the wig, I think Riyad Mosa doesn't exist anymore. But Riyad, I did two sketches with Riyad, and he killed it. I'm talking about that man was on the next level. But the cast it's me, Riyad Mosa, it's Stuart Taylor, it's Rob van Vieren, who's another
A lot of good
beast, man.
actors. Like,
Rob van Vieren is a beast. KG, Angel, Mel, Brent Palmer is also a beast.
yeah.
Laz Gola, there's Shamila Miller that's got something on Netflix right now that's number one in Brazil, I think. But it's based in Cape Town, that is the Netflix thing that she's on.
When it comes out, we're all gonna promote the hell out of it. Get behind it,
yeah.
because we want the season 2, we want the season 3. We're gonna push.
I'm looking into this camera. Yeah. I'm looking into this camera. Yeah. Looking into this camera. Yeah. Please, guys, please support it, watch it. I think it's airing in June on SABC2.
Yeah.
The sketches are great. I'm talking, every single sketch is funny. And a lot of the stuff that we did was improvised. And when you have professional comics improvising, you get the best out of them. It's really great. It's a great sketch. There's I think I can give it away. There's a sketch that's a spoof on Hell's Kitchen from Gordon Ramsay, which is
I've seen like doctors' outfits. I've seen
Yeah.
vampires.
Yeah.
I've seen like
that
kitchens.
vampire sketch with Riyad Mosa. That's also great.
Yeah.
These real quality sketches, so please go watch it. I think SABC2 on the 2nd. That's the one part of it. The other part is it's like a game show thing.
Yeah.
It's basically like, that Wild Room at YoTV Wild Room.
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah.
It's basically YoTV Wild Room for adults. That part of the thing.
Cool.
I think Carl and Dalen are the hosts of that. And then basically it's team challenges. So me and you, we will now take on Carl and Dalen. And then we will battle them with little games and stuff like that, which was also fun. And then the third part is stand-up comedy. The comics are doing some stand-up comedies about, I think probably going to be 5 to 8 minutes. And all the comics that's on are very much capable of delivering great work. And
Nah, it's cool.
Yo, I'm excited because this is the stuff that I grew up watching. I grew up watching these guys doing the sketch, and now I'm doing the sketch with these guys on the channel that I used to watch the guys do the sketches. Now I'm doing the sketch with the guys for the sketches.
That's a dream come true, bro.
Ek 'n paar potlood om te alle sketches te doen.
So I can just hope that this like grows, like, because we want to put on more of this. So somebody at the back of the line, like maybe me or other people can also have a chance. Like, so.
Kyk, die ding se naam is die. What is the name of the show?
The name of the show, yeah, thank you. The name of the show is, drumroll please.
As dit die drumroll so.
You don't have a drumroll, my bro.
We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one.
Dis 'n comedy show is
This is the Sound Guy's last
Comedy
show
of
today.
errors.
Sound Guy won't be with us today. Not because he's gonna get fired, but because he's gonna get murdered.
Slaughter him.
Finish him.
Let's just hope you press the button for the sound.
Okay, I'm just checking. Yeah, I'm just checking if the record. It's okay. It is recording. Okay.
Oh, the sound is daar.
He did fuck up before.
I take full responsibility for my inappropriate behavior.
You are okay.
Okay, now Charlie,
Name of the show.
Name of the show.
We went referring
Comedy
to
Mixtape is the name of the show.
Comedy Mixtape.
And the way I feel with the product that is there, I feel like there's definitely going to be another season because it's a good product. But it's not up to me. It's up to the people that watch. If they want more, then they must say they want more. So if you are watching and you see the show, also use the hashtag Comedy Mixtape as well. If you're going to watch.
Weet je wat ik nogal blij voor? Dat is bij colored mensen op die shows. Dat zijn mensen. Because the SABC is quite, let's be honest, quite one racist, one race-ish.
but that comes down to demographic, man. If you're shooting in Joburg, there aren't as much colored people in Joburg than there is in Cape Town. So you're in Cape Town, if you're shooting in Cape Town, you're going to have more colored people because the demographic is more colored. In fact,
but
the major
about
demographic is colored in the Western Cape, if I'm not sure.
Ja, I think it is, the Salmon backstage ook hier geweest.
But do you know what's quite cool? Like, it's like you get like this new Zuidoosters, and I think you were in Zuidooster, and there's quite a few actual like Afrikaans type shows.
Yeah.
Malrock. She's also in Zuidooster.
Yeah,
She's the dancing teacher.
My brother
there's
was
Arensvlei.
Arensvlei. And they're all like, there's a lot of Cape Townian or Western Cape actors and stuff like that. That's quite cool. Like, you see them coming up, like, it's dope. That the film industry is growing. I mean, this guy, he was just in
I was in
a number of
I was
stuff.
in Arensvlei and I was in Zuidooster. Yeah, that's some of the local stuff that I did, but...
And you did something on Netflix, didn't you?
I think it is on Netflix, yeah. It's one of those, you know, that reenactment dramas that children who murder. She was just a child.
Which one were you?
Then someone stole her Smarties. Now she's back for vengeance. Little Penelope is a killer. I did something like that.
Tourette's.
Yeah.
Ek moet nou UFO sound gespeel terwyl hy gesê het.
You mentioned one of the writers being Ambrose. Is it Ambrose Uren?
Yeah, Ambrose Uren.
We must get him on.
Yeah. Also one of the top b-boys in South Africa.
Yeah, his first love is dance.
Yeah.
That's how he got into the entertainment industry. And I can still say, from the outside, it definitely looks like dance is his main love. Like comedy is a far second, screen work's a far second, his dancing is his main love because he's a fucking great fucking dancer. Like, he was about teaching the men some moves there on set as well.
And
but I battled him and I fucked him up. Ambrose, if you're watching, I'm calling you out.
I saw your dance skills. I can believe that you can.
Thank you.
You can smoke him. Like.
Thank you.
I saw you do a backflip once or so, or something like that.
Yeah, don't want to scut me.
Backflip.
Yeah, this man can do backflips, man. We'll send the link on.
I'm not vice.
So you say there's a lot of improv in this the TV show, no? Do you do improv sets a fuck up? Do you improv on your live sets as well?
You must. Because remember, there's the thing of when you're doing anything on stage, you don't know what I'm going to say.
Exactly.
Next.
Nobody knows you fucked up.
Right? Even it's the same thing. It's because I worked in the call center. It's the same thing. Like if the customer don't know what you're going to say, although you must obviously be truthful now, but if you say something that you didn't want to say, or that deviates from where you want to go, the customer doesn't know that. So you just continue as normal and you bring it back. Same thing with comedy. You don't know what I'm going to say. So I just bring it back again full circle and I punish you. Yeah,
As long as the
so you must
punchline-
improvise. Because sometimes there's moments where, sometimes your set grows as well when you're on stage. So now I'm saying, okay, I'm going to do this 4 minutes. But now, as you're on stage, your mind is just doing this. So you're doing your set, but then this, something else also clicks that goes with that set, and you drop that, and then everybody like, and then you say, okay, I'm just going to add this in my set now.
Yeah.
So the improvising helps, and that's the thing with stand-up comedy, it helps your improvisational skills. If you an actor, because they tell a lot of actors, try comedy or try stand-up, because there has been a lot of actors that have tried stand-up comedy as well.
Especially when you're involving the audience.
That's what I was going to say now.
That guy's like, yo, kijk hoe lijkt zij, whatever.
That's what I was going to say now. The crowd, it's called crowd work, like,
Yeah.
but there's some people that's better at crowd work than others. Like, I'm not that good at crowd work. But I guess it's like a muscle you have to like flex. You good at crowd work and improv.
I'm okay.
Because you did a lot of crowd work, it helps you improv.
Yeah. I can be better, but yeah, I'm okay. I wish I can be better, and I can be better.
From hosting there at the premium a lot. That obviously flexes that muscle.
Yeah, because when you're hosting a show, your goal is not to get the laughs. Your goal is to prepare the audience for the comics.
Yeah.
So the host shouldn't be getting. If the host gets big laughs, it's good. But the purpose of the host is to get everyone settled, make everyone open to watching the show. Because when you go to a show, then you're like, and you, what do I expect? Let me just sit up. Must I laugh? You said a joke about a penis. Must I laugh?
Is it appropriate?
Okay, no. We can laugh for the penis. We can laugh for the penis. So that's your purpose as a host, to get the audience open to being receptive to the audiences or to the comics jokes. And as a comic, you're watching the host to see where the audience is laughing. So if they're laughing for a penis joke, you know where to go. If they're not laughing for a penis joke, then you know, okay, just don't show them your penis.
That's not interesting. So it's a guide type of way.
Yeah, the host is very important to watch, because the host will tell you exactly where people's minds are, because the host is doing that bit up front to see, to prepare everyone, see what's landing. Okay, this didn't land, that didn't land. Okay, now I know if I want to do this joke that they didn't laugh for, then I know I'm gonna have to go the other way around to get them to where I want them to be.
So heavy science, no?
Yeah. So look, I did some comedy for the Lavendale Community Policing Forum. Obviously, drugs is rife in Lavendale.
Yeah.
Gangs and violence is rife in Lavendale. So for me to do a joke about drugs and the positive of drugs in that environment, I had to go around to get to where I wanted them to do. Basically, I didn't talk about the positive of drugs. Basically, the positive about drugs is you can get cuck for cheaper now, because yeah, you can get a PS5 for 200 rand from. So I had to go around to get to that punch first.
No. Kijk, is dat weer? Wat zijn naam? Gerard Siebert. Hij heeft bij Gonzo's comedy gehouden. But that was years ago.
I think I was like doing comedy for 2 or 3 years only that time, maybe 2 years. Yeah.
And then I think it was a Sunday night, no? But he had a problem with with hecklers, man. But I said, my dude, I can't follow. I can't say it because it's gangsters, man. It's gangsters paradise, man. Do you guys? It's not going out. How do you guys handle a heckler? But
I'm not experienced enough. You must speak to that man.
Sometimes you let the audience handle them.
No.
Yeah. Or the thing is, you don't want to also be in a fight now. Not a physical fight, but you don't want to be in a back and forth with the heckler, because then nobody wins. So you can either tell them calmly, listen, there's a show happening, respect the audience, or you can tell the audience to shut him up. But it also depends how much time you're doing. Because sometimes if you ignore them, they just shut the fuck up. So if you're doing a 5-minute set, Don't focus on the heckler. Don't even focus on crowd work. Just do your set, because the purpose of your 5-minute set is for you to learn where your punches are, for you to learn your brevity, for you to see how your mind works to get into a joke. Whereas if you're doing a longer set, you can maybe interact with the heckler a little bit more. But hecklers, I usually don't attack them. I usually just ask them to respect other people. That's what I do. Because if you attack them, you're going to be in a back and forth the whole time.
We spoke about like how long it takes like to actually get good at comedy, and then like, when it's something they call finding your voice. Like it takes like maybe 10 years or something like that.
It can take long. Everyone's journey is different.
Do you feel you found your voice?
I'm comfortable with myself on stage now. With regards to finding my voice, I think so, but also I'm not completely sure. But I know is that I'm comfortable on stage. I'm comfortable with being me on stage, and if that is finding a voice, then I don't know, maybe.
I sort of know what you mean when you say comfortable on stage. I'm comfortable on stage, but really I'm not comfortable in every environment. Like, so I can't go to every single different club. Like I can't go to like a white audience and perform bafak. I can't go to like a black audience and perform bafak. Can't go to those different audiences.
I can.
Do you feel you can go to any audience?
I can do any audience. I can.
And slap them.
Yeah, I can do any audience.
So that is fine in your voice, sort of, isn't it?
Yeah, I just tweak my set to work around them. That's all.
So you experienced enough to make your material funny for them, like.
Yeah. So if I performing to majority black crowd, then I'll drop some Xhosa phrases in there, just to space them. I can speak some of the language, but I probably am talking shit to you at the same time. So I will say stuff like I'll say stuff like my friend maybe taught me some words, and then I'll say, look, it's a positive meaning in English. I'll say maybe it means I love you in English, but it actually translates to you smell like dick. But yeah, it's all for me. If I start a set, I try to break the ice of the audience. So I'm obviously watching the host, and the host is maybe interacting with this chap or that chap. I'm picking up information of what the host is extracting from the audience. So the host is extracting, oh, this bra works for the city of Cape Town.
Oh, you pick up on that and you see how to attack that.
Yeah, this two, I'll watch the crowd. Okay, this two is wearing the same outfit. Okay, this person, blah 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 blah. That person, I'll take that information and I'll use that as an icebreaker.
And you might have a joke about one of those in your back pocket. So that comes with like a experience of like the 10 years that like if you say somebody, you work for a call center, right?
No, I don't work for
you used
nobody
to work,
anymore.
Yeah. Sorry, you long time ago used to work for a call center.
Yeah.
So if you pick up that in the crowd, then you do your call center material basically.
Yeah. So yeah, like that. But sometimes, it's just you get that there's that little thing that's common with the whole audience throughout the night. So maybe every time the host is coming on, they're saying something about
COVID jokes.
I don't know, it can be anything. So maybe they're saying something about ESCOM, blah blah blah, and then you say something about ESCOM just to get them all there because it's common for everyone. So you're speaking up now. Like I said, it's important to watch those, important to watch the crowd. So you try to get what the common denominator is with everyone, and then you just drop a quick little one-liner or little joke about that just to get the audience on your side.
Interesting.
Well, that thing, do you write your own material or does somebody write for you?
My dog usually. My dog.
Do you get that in hip hop? Like?
Yeah, you get ghostwriters.
Yeah, you get ghostwriters.
But I don't think you're allowed to do that in comedy. Or you can ask somebody to help you.
No, I'm specifically referencing this because I think when Trevor Noah started off, they say he took a lot of somebody else's material.
No, it's stealing. That's definitely.
You can watch Trevor Noah's stuff, his older stuff. It's, I wouldn't say stealing exactly, but you can see that it is concepts and jokes that have been done before,
Yeah.
but just being done differently. And
Yeah.
it's something that you've seen prior to that as well. He's not the first one. He's not the only
Yeah.
one. There's been thousands of
Amy
them before.
Schumacher, no? Ja,
Amy Schumer. But I'm not talking about Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer, she stole jokes.
Right,
she stole
yeah, that is.
But I'm talking about like in the previous years,
Carlos Mencia.
you will see like there'll be 5 top comedians with the same type of joke.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean stealing, but it's the same joke. But you'll see it's very different now in comedy now, where people they might have the same concept, but it's completely different. The one is going to point A, the other one is going
Different
to point
storylines,
Z,
yeah.
and then A, and then A. So it happens in comedy, but whether you stole jokes or not, it's fine because that man's got the Daily Show, and it's actually opened a lot of doors for South African comedy.
It's so, yeah.
I mean, there's some Netflix specials now, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like Luis Agola's got his own special
Yeah, I
now.
watched that now recently.
Good special. Go watch it, Unlearning. There's Comedians of the World. That's also still on Netflix. Go watch it. There's Tumi Morake, Luisa Madinga, Riyad Mosa, and Luis Agola.
Luis Agola, yeah.
That's the 4. And obviously, Riyad Mosa's got a few of his old specials on Netflix as well. So, besides that, there's the Montreal International Comedy Festival now that's also linking up with South Africa. And I would say a big part of it is because Trevor Noah is more predominant. That man is now a super A-lister celeb. That skit with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I mentioned like covert jokes like earlier. Is there any topic that you wouldn't go like really like covert jokes like because a lot of people's obviously I've got my own my covert jokes.
Praat hem zo stil, hij stil zijn met mijn vraag.
Sorry. Okay, you ask
No,
it.
no,
You
no,
ask
it's
it.
alright.
I just thought that this is topical because we're talking
Seem to
about.
be
You
You seem to be fine.
can do any joke really, as long it is kind of your own experience. For example, as a guy, don't do a rape joke, please. Don't do sexual assault jokes because that is not your experience. You don't walk around and wondering, is this bra gonna now take my phone and fucking take me to the bushes at the same time? The only time we think of getting raped is if we go to jail, where that's 24/7 on a woman's mind.
We had this conversation in the week.
just wanted to say we had this conversation in the week, man, bro. We had the same
You wanted to rape
conversation.
me, so I told him, nah.
No Vaseline. I like it.
I can't believe he said no. Though.
Pick and pay saki.
Like that, like sexual assault, those things. I don't want to talk about that because that is not my experience. The only time I will speak about that is from a man's point of view, so that other men can understand the female experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's certain things I wouldn't do a rape joke. Only if you have been raped and you want to do a joke about your experiences being raped, then by all means that's your story. When it comes to comedy, I think nothing is off limits if it's your experience. You know what I'm saying?
If it's your experience,
Yeah.
if you've been authentic to that.
Yeah, like nothing. You can never. Nothing is off limits if you've lived that. So if you've
But
lived,
you can embellish a bit, like
you
And
can
if you see the
embellish.
funny in it, if you see the
Yeah.
funny in it, then you can basically do it.
Yeah. So if you want to talk about a family dying in a car crash, and it was your family, then go do it and make us all feel cuck about your life, please.
you gotta find the funny there.
True.
So my family died. Haha, now I'm a millionaire. Thank you, insurance.
No cashback bonus for you.
You always get something out.
You always put something in.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just
Just
a
a
laptop?
Yeah, is that you guys got no more questions or whatever?
That
I'm busy
conversation
downloading my shit.
is just fucking dipped now.
So yeah, dope session with the man over here. So we're looking forward to seeing that mixtape show on SABC.
Comedy mixtape.
Comedy mixtape.
Comedy
show.
mixtape.
That mixtape show.
That mixtape.
It's not just
Not
Not
that,
just
that
that
pure man.
mixtape.
Not
The
that mixtape.
mixtape.
The mixtape
Comedy
show.
mixtape.
Away. So yeah, look out for that, and hopefully soon we'll be seeing you more on stages and on the screens. Away from us, the Babbling Heads. We're out.
DJ Fingaz?
JoeZone.
Charlie X2C.
Your mommy's favorite stepchild.
Fingaz podcast.